Shalom, I like give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua Ba'ashem, Kakadash, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, salutations to the Ophelet that's pushing truth across the phone across the earth, all faith, truth, and sincerity. Alright, it's the brother, I'm on the by from the Birmingham Camp, Alabama GMS. Just gonna get to the sit down, just going to, about the Space Force, about how the U.S., Department of Defense, it's the article from the U.S. Department of Defense, about the Space Force, how these devils, so-called Edomites, they seen these chairs, so-called UFOs up there, and they panicking, they seen, angels and soon to come, the future to come, Lord Yahushua, it's gonna come quickly, he's coming, it's not too far off, hopefully this be the year, but he's coming, and these devils, they panicking. That's why they're doing the Space Force, you know. In that scripture, they're gonna try to fight the Lord when he returns. I won't get into that. But I'm gonna get into this article. Space Force exists to deal with threats in space domain. Vice Chairman says threats by Russia, China to deny U.S. access and capability in space made the Space Force critical to national security. Said Vice Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Air Force General John E. Hatie spoke at an online National Security Space Association space-time event today. Critical space assets include GPS, missiles, warning, reconnaissance, and position, navigation, and timing. Russia and China are building capability to challenge U.S. in space because they can challenge us in space. Us in space, they understand as dependent as we are in space capabilities that they can challenge us as a nation, Henty said. Therefore, it is our responsibility as leaders of defense and enterprise to make sure that we continue to educate the population about the threats that we face and then put forth recommendations to deal with those threats in rapid responsive way, he said. So like I say, man, Russia got Russia, China, they say the U.S., they, with the Space Force, man, they trying, they say to deal with threats, man, outside, in space. So they seen the chairs, so-called UFOs out there. They know they out there. So they, like I say, man, this is all prophecy is gonna go down, Lord gonna set it all up, because Lord Yahweh is a man of war. So he's gonna bring these devils with this Space Force to, get ready. Go ahead, get yourself ready. For Lord returns, when he comes with glorious, power, and the angels to, you gonna fight the Lord, Lord give you time now, get yourself ready, get yourself ready, because he ain't gonna win this battle. But like I said, Lord, he's a man where he like, you gonna get, he does gonna get a little, gonna get a little fight, but ain't gonna be about nothing. They gonna shoot their little missiles, whatever, But it's not gonna do no type of dent, nothing like that. They ain't gonna have a chance, when Lord Yahushua returns, and the angels. But in a time of conflict, the DoD must deny adversaries access. Say adversaries access to space while maintaining his own freedom to maneuver in that domain he mentioned. Let's see. Manifest adversities, Saki. Deny adversities access to space while maintaining his own freedom to maneuver in that domain he mentioned. So like I say, they got the satellites up there. Russia and China both building anti-satellite weapons and other military space assets at an alarming fast rate, he noted. So yeah, I said they getting ready, man. It's as a result, the department has to go fast and define joint requirements and deliver capable system to counter the threat. He said, "We accelerate because our adversaries are accelerating." Yes, I said, yes, I said, as adversaries, So yeah, that's right. I said first time. And going fast, you had to accept certain amount of risk. He added. Besides move fast, hinted said space system programs need to have agility and adaptable built into them. Blah blah blah. Let's see. Yeah, so that's about it. Yeah, just want to go into this little article about how Russia and China, trying to get their space force going. U.S. got theirs going, so to stop the threat that's out there. So they know what's already out there. But they try to stop it. They're trying to fight it. Really, like I said, they're gonna fight against the Lord and the angels when they return. When Lord Yahweh returns the angels. But I don't get into it. Into the article, scriptures about this. 2 Ezra 13:1, and it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night. So Ezra dreamed a dream. 13:2, or so you say it's a vision. But 2 Ezra 13:2, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that had moved all the way thereof. 2 Ezra 13:3, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look at, all the things trembled that were seen under him. So who's that man gonna be waxed strong with the thousands of heaven? Lord Yahweh, and so-called chariot UFO when you turn, He said when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. So everything is gonna tremble, man. Everybody's coming when they see the Lord, gonna be like, "Ooh," It's gonna take them about, shock. It's gonna shock a lot of people when they see that the Lord is a dark skinned man. Not no so-called white man, red man. Not what these devils have portrayed the Lord to be. But like I said, the future to come, when it comes about, when that time, when that time comes, these people gonna know that the Lord is a dark skinned man, and the angels, angelical beings, But reading on 2 Ezra 13:4, and whatsoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth filleth when it filleth the fire. So yeah, so Lord Yahweh is gonna burn up, and zap, and use his lasers from the chariots, so-called UFOs, and zap and burn up those that take the offer, they chip the mark of the beast. That and then those that just for the judgment of the Lord. Those that not exempt from the judgment of the Lord gonna get it, gonna get burnt up by the fire, man. And ultimately, thermonuclear missiles that can be shot towards America, Babylon the Great. So in this verse, 2 Ezra 13:5, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out to sea. So yeah, so beheld, the Lord, there was gathered together a multitude of men. So like I say these other nations, like I say Russia, China, U.S. and so forth, try to gather themselves, try to fight, Lord Yahweh, Lord Yahweh, and cause they see what's out there in the heavens, so-called, ain't those UFOs out there, so that's why they're preparing the space force. 2 Ezra 13:6, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved up himself a great mountain and flew upon it. Like I say, the mountain is the so-called UFO chariot. And 2 Ezra 13:7, but I would have seen the region of a place where out the hill was graven, and it could not. 2 Ezra 13:8, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they were gathered together to subdue him, was so afraid and yet does fright. So yeah, they're gonna be afraid when they see the Lord Yahweh and the chariots and angels with. It's gonna, Lord, like I said, Lord Yahweh is gonna be on them. The spirit on them gonna be to where they gonna fight, man. They gonna fight, man. Because like I said, Lord Yahweh want them to, come with it, man. You did all this preparing the space for us. What you doing? Hey, shit, I'm back down now. Come on, come with it, goddamn it. Shit. Come on, goddamn. But like I said, they ain't gonna prevail. They ain't get slapped down. All that, try to prepare and all that shit ain't gonna work. They gonna get destroyed. Get blown up, burnt up. Whatever, zapped out. Ain't gonna be nothing left. I said World War III gonna be the end of all wars. This war is gonna be quick, but it's gonna be something to beheld. But it's gonna be scary too. Because I say this war is gonna be an all-out thermonuclear war as well. It's gonna burn up some parts of the earth, not all the earth, but like I said, the main target is America, Babylon the Great. But like I said, different countries, like Russia and China could get hit, with missiles. Whatever the missiles go, but certain parts of the country gonna get hit. Not all the countries of the earth gonna get hit with thermonuclear missiles. But like I said, that smoke gonna be so heavy. The fire and the smoke will be so heavy that it's gonna send all the way up to out of the earth. So, but like I say, these like I say, these nations gonna fight the. Like I say, these nations is they're trying to get the Space Force going, U.S. and so forth. China and Russia, they gonna fight the Lord. But like I said, they ain't gonna win. And 2 13:9, lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lift up his hand, nor held sword, nor an instrument of war. 2 13:10, but only I saw that he sent out his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flame of breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. So yeah, he gonna, like I say, from the chariot suck out UFO, that fire, and like I said, let's say the Lord do have, fire coming out of his mouth, but how it come about, these devils gonna feel it, Like I say, he ain't gonna lift no sword, no instrument of war. It's gonna be just by, the fire coming out of his mouth, or the chariots, so-called UFO, laser beams of the chariots. However it go about, that's how it's gonna go down, So 2 13:11, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up everyone, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude neither was to perceive, but on the dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. So yeah. So when Ezra saw this, he was afraid. He, saw it and woke up about his, out of his sleep, the vision they had, seeing the dream. He was afraid, like, oh shit, So hey, that's what's gonna come, man. It's gonna be something real serious, and when the Lord Yahweh returns, and when he returns, it's gonna be great judgment that's gonna come upon the people here in America, Babylon Great, in the world. Those they're gonna get judged. No one's gonna escape the judgment of the Lord. Those that's not a part of that righteous number, the 144,000, the elect number of the nation Israel, Israelites, first and foremost, or the so-called Negro, Latino natives. You're gonna get your judgment from the Lord Yahweh, however that may come back. But only the elect gonna be delivered, from the judgment and the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Shah. So with that, I didn't want to make this too long. So again, like God praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Shah Ba'ashem Kakadash, to the apostles, elders, to the Sisakim brothers, to the few Akawaf sisters to do listen. Keep the faith in Yahweh Shah. Keep fighting with that. Say shalom.